Mike Duraco, and then we'll go to Gary Smits.
Urban, can you address the Jamal Agnew injury and what that means for this offense as losing one of the only legitimate deep guys you got?
Yeah, the positive news, we're expecting full recovery. It is a hip injury. We'll know more as time wears on a little bit, but obviously we all love that guy. I personally, I mean, he's everything you want as a competitor, as a person, and he's got legit speed. So that's a tough blow, but we just got to keep going and figure it out.
How do you compensate for not having him on offense?
We're working on that now. We still got playmakers. We just have to really utilize everyone's skill set and do a really good job with that.
And who takes over as the kick punt returner? Is that Austin or is that Clay Brooks? How does that work?
We're not sure yet.
Okay.
Thanks, D-Rock. We'll go to Gary Smits, and then we'll go to Mia O'Brien.
Yeah, Coach. Do you envision more of a role for John Brown now going forward? Than is he going to have to accelerate his progress a little bit more now?
You'd think so. I don't know John very well. He's only been with us a little bit. Didn't play much Saturday or Sunday. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, we're still working through. Obviously, it's just the day after the game. We just got through the videotape. Got Thanksgiving week, so we're right in the middle. I can't answer all that right now. I'll know more later in the week.
Okay. And what do you have on the other guys, Shaq, Cam, Tyson, and Andre on injuries?
One at a time. So Shaq is in protocol. Cam is, I think, fine. I talked to him after the game briefly, and he should be good this week.
Tyson
landed awkward on his shoulder after making a heck of a play. I think there's positive news on him for the weekend. And
Andre.
Fisco. Yeah, he tightened up his groin area, and I expect him to be ready.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Gary. We'll go to Mia O'Brien and then John Shipley.
Hi, Urban. As you just said, you guys just got done watching the tape. I'm just curious, as you watched it back, evaluations of Trevor. I know he only had, I believe it was 5 or 6 incompletions total, and just the progressions and how he was able to move the offense up and down the field.
Actually, one of his better games. There was some surrounding cast that at times didn't do very well, but Trevor would be the first one to tell you when he doesn't play well. He played, in my mind, he played well. Good enough? No, not good enough, but played well, made some great throws. Scrambled when he had to, made the right reads on some of, so we just gotta, we gotta put it together in all areas, and we're not right now.
And kind of just building off of that, James Robinson obviously was active and played. How would you evaluate health-wise where he is right now?
I'm going to talk to him this week. We all love the guy, and he's tough as nails, and he doesn't say much, so I just don't feel the same open field running that he showed, or when he was healthy. So we're gonna, we just want to do right by him and do right by us. So that's, but he, there's no one tougher than that guy.
Thanks, Urban.
Thanks, Mia. We'll go to John Shipley and then Demetrius Harvey, and those are the only hands I see up now. So if anyone else has a question, just text me or raise your hand, please.
Hey, Urban, obviously still a long way to go in the week, but do you feel optimistic about next Sunday for Brandon Linder and James O'Shaughnessy?
I do. I'll know more tomorrow. I'm gonna have, I just, once again, I've been swamped right now. I apologize. I don't know more. I haven't even had a chance to talk to Brandon, so I'm going to talk to him here real soon.
And what kind of boost could getting, each of those guys back in the offense mean, just especially with the attrition going on right now?
Oh, I think tremendous. They're both quality players, and Linder's a captain. He's really our vocal player on offense, and he's good. So, and then O'Shaughnessy, I think, before he got hurt, he was wecontributing, and so we'll would like to see those guys back this week.
Thank you, John. We'll go to Demetrius Harvey, and then we'll go to Gene Fournette.
Hey, Urban. Dan Arnold had been a part of your offense over the past few weeks, a major part of your offense, but then yesterday he didn't receive a single target. Was there something that you guys saw offensively that didn't allow Dan Arnold to be targeted, or what sort of happened there?
No, certainly not. It's our obligation to get, he's one of our better players, get him the ball. So that's something that I'll address here today.
And just with your offense in general, I mean, it seems like it's been about 3 weeks now where it just hasn't really been clicking at all. What sort of changes do you have to make, and do you have to make some major changes in order to get this going?
It's been more than that. It's been 4 weeks, actually, ever since I thought Miami, there was a lot of promise, a lot of good things being done. Before that, I saw steady improvement, and you're correct. I think when James got, if you remember right, he had 2 big runs in the Seattle game and he comes out. So I don't want to put it all on him because he's obviously a very valuable member, but whenever someone goes down, someone else has to pick up that flag and go harder. And we're not getting that right now. And so, I think whenever things aren't, on defense, I commend our staff. I met with our staff many times and we adjusted, adapted to our personnel, and we're playing better. Even yesterday, had 3 sacks on that first drive, I believe, and 2 of them were negated because of penalty, offside, and a hold. But I like the way our defense, when you say you give up that many points, to me, that was when you have a 20-play drive, you hold them to 3 points and had 3 sacks in that drive and you extended by penalties. I consider that a win. But then 30 seconds later, the defense is back on the field. And then 30 seconds again later, they're back because of a fumble. So everybody's got to hold up their end of the bargain.
Right. Just the last one. You guys have simplified the defense and it seems to have worked. It's made it look a lot better over the past few weeks. Is that something you can do for the offense as well, do you think?
I think so.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Demetrius. We'll go to Gene Fournette, and then we'll go to Mike DeRocco.
Yeah, Urban, following up on Demetrius's question regarding Dan Arnold, was there a point in the game where you sort of became aware that the tight end wasn't being targeted, or is this something that just sort of popped up after the game was over? Because you said you were going to have a conversation with him. I was just wondering why that conversation maybe didn't place at halftime.
No, for the future, it did take place. So we were aware of it, and it's hard to say throw it to him. We ran a couple option routes to him, and they bracketed him, and that's the ball went somewhere else. So it's hard to, that's why I always like to hand the ball to your best players at times, because when you hand the ball to LaVisca, you can't take that away. You're going to hand the ball to him. You can take him away in the throw game, and that's what they did a little bit. I give them credit. They bracketed him a few times, and they realized the same thing. He's one of our best targets, and we weren't able to defeat that. So no, we were aware of it, and the conversation is more about this coming week.
Thanks.
Thanks, Gene. We'll go to D-Rock, and then we'll finish up with John Reed.
Urban, when you're watching film, do your receivers win enough one-on-ones? Are they getting the separation, and either Trevor's not seeing them or the pressure's there, or are they not winning enough?
I don't want to, to answer your question, no. But then at times they do. So that's not a strength right now of ours.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, D-Rock, and we'll finish with John Reed.
How you doing, Coach? When you look back and you look and you evaluate and you see that like repeated mistakes, like offsides, holding calls, what is it? The fact that you don't have a lot of talent behind the starters? I mean, when do you reach the point where you have to say that we got to make some changes, or we got to make a lineup change if that particular player can continue to do the same thing?
That's a great question, John, and that's one that I pose to our staff constantly, also to the players. And there's no simple solution. Competition is the greatest motivator of all. And if we feel like, there is that available, then, that's a great motivator. And I don't want to get too specific because it's not my position to throw anybody under the bus, but we have to play better. If not, you have to make a change.
And is that frustrating for a coach like you, who, you've been successful your whole coaching career, and you see the same thing happening each Sunday?
I think all of us, John, it's, this is a tough go right now. And I don't care about me. I care about the people that do all the work around here, these players. especially when I see a guy like Roy Robertson, arguably had his best game, had 2 sacks, 1 taken away because of penalty. You know, he's I can't wait to see him tomorrow. Once again, I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to go visit with the players, but you know, it's taken away for some, you know, Tyson Campbell making some great plays on the ball now. You can see and doggone it, make your plays on offense, and let's keep this thing rolling, because we had 3 drives on offense in the first half, 3 and out, a fumble, and then really a nice drive that was kind of stopped with a penalty. We kick a field goal and okay, let's go. And then we had a 3 and out again, but then you see in the second half had 2 good drives. One was stopped because of 2 sacks and a holding penalty, and Cam went down. And then the next one, we went right down the field. So got a game this week against the Falcons. That's our focus, and improving and make sure we have the lineup correct.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Coach. Thanks, John. And we'll be in touch with the transcript and recording soon. And